Hey guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2024 Ram 1500 Limited.
And a big thanks to Bryce at CDJR of Sarasota for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Sarasota area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and ask for Bryce.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Ram truck separated from Dodge back in 2011, part of the fourth generation Ram, quickly getting a revived reputation, becoming one of the best luxury values, not only in the full-size truck segment, but on the road in general today. The fifth generation Ram 1500 that you see here was released in 2019, and for 2024, this is the final model year of the fifth generation Ram 1500, resulting in some pretty serious discounts. The 2024 Ram 1500 is available in 6 trims. This 4x4 Limited sits right up top with a $68,800 base price. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So speaking of sitting on top, no, the TRX does technically sit on top, but as far as the standard 5.7 liter Hemi e-Torque models, this is the top trim. We get full LED headlamps, and unlike the Laramie, they have a much skinnier design and a black headlight housing for the Night Edition package. Of course, they are full LED for the high and low beam, LED fog light in the corner, full front parking sensing, forward-facing camera. That's something that my dad does not get on his Longhorn Limited Edition. That comes equipped on the Level 1 equipment group here for the Limited. The grille is all blacked out for the Night Edition, just like my 2023 Ram Bighorn sitting right over there. I'm going to show you my Ram badge real quick. For those of you guys who have been following my channel for very long, I'll show you what I did up front for my Ram Bighorn. And in the corners, I have the Hemi e-Torque with some red contrast, and my Ram badge up front has the white outline sticker. I recommend anybody going for the Night Edition to get that white outline sticker. It completely transforms the front end, because unless the sun is directly beaming on that front end, you can't really see the Ram lettering. But the white outline, it completely transforms the front, especially with this white metallic paint color. We also get the sport hood up top. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. You can also get the contrasted stickers up top to make the Hemi pop a little bit more, and the 1500. We also get heat extractors for this hood area too. The headlamps say Ram LED in the corner. The wheel and tire setup, unlike my 2023 Ram Bighorn, we get 22-inch trims. I just get the 20-inch trims. The top trims, the Laramie and up, get the 22s. So with the 22s and the Limited with the air suspension, it's doable, but without the air suspension, I recommend sticking to the regular 20 or 18-inch rims. But with this air suspension, you get these 45 series sidewall tires. They're 285, so they are a little bit wider, which offsets the thickness in terms of the aspect ratio, but still the 45 series sidewall is definitely skinnier compared to the 55s. They're Pirelli Scorpion Verde all-season tires, some of the better all-seasons in the business. And with this limited trim with the standard 4-corner air suspension, the ride quality is still amazing, even better than my Ram with the 55 series sidewall tires. But without the air suspension, if you go for a Longhorn or you go for a Laramie, these 45 series sidewalls may compromise a little bit of the ride quality. We also get the subtle fender flare. It has body colored trim, and hopefully you can pick up the sparkles on this beautiful white metallic paint color. We get a Ram LED third or side turn signal on the mirror. It's a blacked out mirror, blacked out Ram badge. We have blind spot pocket on the mirror with blind spot monitoring too. It's nice that Ram gives you both. Not everybody gives you both in the segment. I don't think anybody outside of Ram gives you both. We get all black trim for the window trim. I heavily prefer this over the chrome that my dad gets in the Longhorn. We get blacked out door handles as well with smart access. My Ram Bighorn does not get smart access. Power running boards. Let's take a quick look at this window sticker for the 2024 Ram 1500 Limited Crew Cab 4x4. Hopefully you can pick up all the standard features. $68,810 for the base price. Hopefully you can get everything that comes equipped with that base price. $795 for the ivory white tri-coat pearl coat exterior paint. $4,245 for the Night Edition. That gives us the accent color door handles, accent color premium power mirrors, 285 45 22 XL BSW all season tires, black headline bezels, 22 by 9-inch black rims, 19 speaker Harman Kardon premium sound system, and this thing bumps. The standard 9-speaker sound system still sounds great, so it's not a must-have option, but it's definitely a noticeable improvement compared to the 9-speaker Alpine system. We also get a tri-fold tonneau cover. It's just a soft cover. I kind of wish they gave you a hard cover at this price point, but it's still nice to get a tonneau cover nevertheless. We also get a Sport Performance hood and tow hooks up front for the dimension. $5,000 for the Level 1 equipment group, giving us the adaptive cruise control, heads-up display, pedestrian auto braking, lane keep assist, digital rear view mirror too. That's a pretty interesting feature, especially for the POV reviews. We get the power running boards as part of the level 1 equipment group, park sense front and rear park assist, parallel and perpendicular park assist with stop and go, pickup box lighting, wireless charging pad, and a surround view camera assist, and that's your 360, part of a $5,000 level 1 equipment group. We get a 392 rear axle ratio for $195. That boosts our towing capability to about 10 to 11,000 pounds compared to like 87, 8,800. $495 for the limited slip or anti-spin differential. $1,595 for the dual pane panoramic moonroof. The deletion of the spray and bed liner is a $200 credit, which is interesting. They charge $600 or $700 to spray it in, and then they give you a $200 credit for not having it. $1,995 destination totals us out a tick under 83,000 bucks. So we are definitely getting up there in price, but let me recenter this camera. But even for 2024, they are doing some serious discounts on these Ram trucks. I've been seeing 2023s sell $20,000, $25,000 below their advertised price, and I've seen 2024 sell for $15,000 to $20,000 below if you're good at negotiation. I believe this truck is advertised at about $15,000 or $16,000 online beneath that $83,000 base price. Hopefully you guys picked up the side profile real quick as I step back. We get a push to open gas cap with easy fill. 89 octane fuel is recommended, but I believe 87 will still do the job. We get the same rear wheel and tire setup. We don't get leaf springs. That's why Ram trucks have some of the best ride quality, or the best ride quality in the segment. And this Ram truck has standard 4-corner air suspension. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. I'll try to leave a link for you guys, show you the difference of the highest and lowest mode for this air suspension, which is also self-leveling. So if you're towing a heavy trailer, it automatically levels so you're not just squatting down the road looking at nothing but the sky. Out rear, we get full rear parking sensing, and we get a 360, sensors in these taillights. And with the Night Edition package, we get some subtle black trim for the middle portion and some black housing for the LEDs. We get a black limited badge in the corner. Shout out Sarasota, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram for helping make this review possible. 4x4 badge in the opposite corner, Ram logo and the horns all blacked out. Our rear view camera is on this grab handle, which is also blacked out. Again, we don't get a spray and bed liner. It's only a $200 credit to open up this tonneau cover. It's a little bit complicated with the tri-folds. You got to pull these latch mechanisms in the corners, and you just simply lift up these panels individually one by one. Definitely a lot more complicated compared to like what I have on my 2023 Ram Bighorn. It's the retractable tonneau cover, and I kind of wish they didn't put these cheap tonneau covers on these limited trucks. Give us a $300-400 credit and let us use that money and buy our own covers in the aftermarket. But if that's my only complaint for this truck, definitely shows just how impressive it really is. Not a whole lot going on in here without the bed liner, but we do get the LED box lights that hopefully you can pick up on camera. We can shut this tailgate right up. It's not a electrically lifted tailgate, but it is an electrically dropping tailgate. I'll show you guys the key fob right here to drop the tailgate. You simply just press it twice. You press it 2 more times and it just stays closed. I have seen some electrically lifting tailgates, but I believe that's only exclusive for like the 2024 Ford F-150 Limited, which starts at about $10,000 to $15,000 more than what we have here. Down below, we get blacked out exhaust tips too for the Night Edition package. Trailer hitch, I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly what this truck is rated to tow. And speaking of exhaust tips, let's fire up this 5.7 liter Hemi V8 and hear how she sounds. All right guys, that was the sound of the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 sold by Ram for the 2024 Ram 1500 Limited. And it sounds pretty good. You could definitely use an upgraded muffler like I have for my 2023 Ram Bighorn. Made it to this 48 volt mild hybrid system called e-Torque, cranking out 395 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this about 5,700 pound 4-wheel drive luxury full-size truck to 60 in about 6.2 to 6.3 seconds, which is surprisingly quick for the weight of this vehicle compared to the power. This is a really strong motor, one of the strongest in the segment when it comes to 8 cylinders. Anyway though, made it to this 8-speed automatic transmission. That's about it. What you see is basically what we get. Hydraulic struts are appreciated, but to be expected considering my Bighorn has them as well. We'll take a step back, walk around this 2024 Ram 1500 Limited one more time, and let's take a step inside and see what we get with a sticker price around $82 and a dealership asking price around $68,000. The power running boards are definitely appreciated. We'll set these lights back to auto so the truck's not yelling at me. We get all leather trim for the door panel. It's very similar to the Longhorn Limited like my dad's, but quite honestly, I heavily prefer the color scheme of the Longhorn Limited. Sorry guys, I had to move the truck real quick, but I definitely prefer the color scheme of the Longhorn Limited Edition like my dad has, but outside of the color scheme, I can't argue that this interior is without question top-notch premium. We get genuine wood trim beneath the leather, some designed leather, looks like a guitar in the center, pretty soft leather armrest, 2-window auto one-touch up front. It is still a power window out rear, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable mirrors, 2-person memory seats, 2 booming Harman Kardon speakers on the door panel, and a dark smoke chrome aluminum grab handle. We get 2 tiers of storage. You'll squeeze a foot long in this top tier. You'll lay down 2 14-inch subs on top of each other. Like these cup holders in the corner too, you'll fit a 24-ounce water bottle and a 16 right behind it, and you'll probably squeeze another set of footlongs right up front. We get the power running boards, 2 aluminum Ram nameplate. As we step inside, the seats are these beautiful full leather, perforated, heated, and ventilated. Again, I prefer the color scheme of the Longhorn Limited, but the materials here are just about the exact same, and with the heated and ventilated seats, even though they're black leather, they're not going to get too hot in the summertime. We get 4-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So before we start anything up, let's check out these floor mats. Just like my dad's Longhorn Limited Edition, it's got the removable carpet, so they become an all-weather floor mat if you do any off-roading and you don't want to dirty up this interior. Anyway, foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. But first thing we notice is just how premium this interior looks. My Bighorn has the touchscreen, but outside of that, it doesn't really have a whole lot except for the 4-wheel drive system. The steering wheel is about the same as my Bighorn with the adjustments for the infotainment on the left side. You can hang up and answer your phone calls. We do have adaptive cruise control. I do have cruise control, but it's not adaptive. The gear limit on the bottom, this turns off the cylinder deactivation. Just a little FYI for any potential Ram owners, I always leave my cylinder deactivation off. You simply just put this into the high gear and it treats it just like an automatic transmission, but you just stay in the 8-cylinder mode, which should help the lifter issue in the long term for this 5.7 liter Hemi, or the Hemi Tick. As far as fuel economy with the cylinder deactivation off, I've only seen a decrease of about 1 mpg. I was averaging about 18 before I would start to turn it off, and now I'm averaging like 17.2. So it's a very minimal difference, especially for the long term. We get some wood trim on the bottom of this steering wheel. Unfortunately, my dad's Limited Longhorn has a wood wheel up top. I kind of wish we had that continued here. I have seen wood steering wheels on the Limited where it has like this style wood, but we don't have that on this wheel. It's just the exact same wheel as my Bighorn. The stocks have a pretty satisfying click, auto rain sensitive wipers. The headlight controls are to the left, interior brightness. We have fog lights and our zone light in the corner. Adjustable foot pedals, electronic parking brake, and hopefully you get a good look at the pedals. We don't get a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. I believe my dad's Limited Longhorn gets that, so I kind of wish that was carried over here for the Limited. We get a fully stitched dashboard with a heads-up display. Hopefully I can pick it up for you guys on camera. It has a digital speedo and traffic sign recognition. Engine start stop button outlined in some more wood trim up top. Kind of similar to my Bighorn, but it does have more of that open grain feel. 12-volt up top with some more storage. It says Ram in the center. Harman Kardon speaker in the center as well. We get our air vents and our 12-inch touchscreen. Just like my Bighorn, the response is excellent. Just like an iPhone, it's been around since 2019, but it's still keeping up with the competition with absolutely no problem. Down below we have our home screen where you have our audio. I'll try to demonstrate the sound. Wow, like it's a booming audio system. I don't want to leave the music on too long for copyright purposes. Just want to demonstrate and show you just how impressive it really is. We get our song information, comfort. Here we can adjust our heated and ventilated seats and heated steering wheel. That's one complaint that I have with the 12-inch touchscreen. I wish we had hard buttons like up here. There's plenty of space for hard buttons for the heated and ventilated seats. Anyway, continue along to the navigation screen. It's where we were just at. Phone, vehicle. Once it loads up, here we have our mirror dimmer, power side step, and the vehicle cameras you can access at all times. Apps, you can see everything we have available. Cool. My personal favorite to look at all times would be the home screen, so we'll leave it there. The volume dials feel super premium, same with the tune. The event adjustments and temperature adjustments do get hard buttons. There's a shortcut, so you can just simply click this temperature button and turn on the heated and ventilated seats. But again, I do wish that there were hard buttons for it. We mentioned the four-wheel drive controls. We have 4 auto, 2-wheel drive, 4 high, and 4 low. Auto start stop beneath that. No lockers. You got to get the off-road package for the locking differentials, but with the air suspension, we do get the off-road level 1 and 2, which we demonstrated when I showed you guys the air suspension. You can turn traction control off, tow haul mode. You can turn off the front and rear parking sensors, USB A and C port, aux port in the center, nice storage pocket underneath, nice little slot for phones and wallets, AC outlet, 120 volt, 400 watt down below with a ton of storage. Ram really does some of the best storage compartments in the business. With this limited trim, we get this black wood cover with some 2-tier storage, all lined in felt. I get something similar in my Bighorn, but it just doesn't have that wood trim for the cover, which isn't a big deal, but for the limited, it's nice to get as much attention to detail as possible. We also get stitching for our knee will often hit, some additional storage in the corner. The glove box is 2-tier. The first tier is lined in felt. You have a USB A port in that first tier. My Bighorns is not lined in felt, also not a big deal. But for the top limited trim, it is nice to get that attention to detail. We get our hypotenuse, metric conversions, and our decimal charts. We have the trigonomic ratios up top as well. I'm not sure why you would need it, but Ram does give us that as an available option. I mentioned a digital rear view mirror. You can see my 2023 Ram Bighorn sitting right behind us. It's a frameless auto dimming mirror with the adjustments in the corner, 3 garage home link settings on the visor. We can open and close our 5th window out back. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. There's a ton of adjustments right here. So we can also open the shade for this panoramic moonroof. It opens up reasonably quickly. We can press it one more time so it opens completely. Cool, so now there's 2 buttons. We can either tilt the roof or open the roof. Let's open the roof. The first panel of glass goes on top of the second panel. So it does stick out a little bit like a sore thumb, but we'll see if it goes out any further. It does, wow. So well into the second row of seats, one of the largest openings in the business. Beautiful day today in Sarasota, Florida, sunny and 74 degrees according to this 2024 Ram 1500 Limited. Let's shut this glass right up. We'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you can see how much light is brought into the cabin. Awesome. The glove box, we have 2 tiers. The first tier is pretty spacious. There's an LED light and it's all lined in felt. Leather separating the 2 tiers, plastic latch and hard plastic outlining the actual glove box. It's not lined in felt, but it's pretty large. You'll fit probably 20, maybe 22, 23 license plates in there. And that's about it for the front seat of the 2024 Ram 1500 Limited. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the material. So I apologize for the background noise. They got some cars getting delivered right now at this dealership, but up top, the door panel is basically the same exact thing as up front. We get the leather stitching with white contrast, wood trim beneath that, smoke chrome aluminum door handle, leather in the center, pretty gushy soft armrest with 2 tiers of storage and a massive amount down below. You'll fit a ton of foot-long sandwiches. We get 1 single Harman Kardon speaker on this door panel. The running board continues. Aluminum Ram nameplate. The seats look really comfortable, very well bolstered for a rear seat. We can lift them right up. We don't get the storage pocket back here, but you can still fit quite a bit of stuff down there and also utilize this cover to store whatever you would need to if need be. And we can simply push, drop the seat right back where it was, taking a step inside. We can really check it out. Before we step inside, actually, we also get these down floor storage bins with a removable plastic tray so you can dump it out and clean out your interior super easily. Closing the door right up though, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings. I apologize for the glare. The sun is beaming on this truck, but I have about a foot, if not more, knee room, headroom, about 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches. The moonroof does compromise a little bit of headroom, but not as much as I would expect. You get really nice stitching in the back of these seats too. Map pockets behind both of the front seats. We get heated and ventilated rear seats. That's not something you get on the Longhorn Limited Edition. Huge thumbs up to Ram for giving us ventilated and heated seats out rear. USB-A and C port and additional AC outlet, 120 volt, 400 watt air vents as well, cup holders up top. You can check out the center console armrest, which has perforated leather for the seat. It is gushy soft. For a rear seat, Ram really thought about their passengers. This is without question the most luxurious truck in the segment. I haven't driven a Ford Limited, but I have driven the Ford Platinum F-150, and this is way more luxurious, and the ride quality is simply unmatched. Anyway, we have 2 more cup holders, nice little storage spot. If that's not enough, we have more storage in here. Lined in felt, you'll fit quite a few car accessories. Putting the seat back where it was. That's about it for the back seat of the 2024 Ram 1500 Limited. The interior light back here is LED. Awesome. And that's about it for the inside and outside in general for this 2024 Ram 1500 Limited. We'll take a step back, walk around this truck one more time. Right now we're in the exit entry mode for the air suspension, so the running boards are basically touching the ground, and in the off-road 2 mode you got some serious amount of ground clearance. Performance-wise, let's take this 2024 Ram 1500 Limited out for a drive and see what it's got. All right guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2024 Ram 1500 Limited. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, everything feels just about the same. At slow speeds, the steering feels just about identical to my Bighorn. It's not quite as loud, but my Bighorn has a Flowmaster Super 10 muffler on it, so you can't expect it to be as quiet as this. And the isolation here with this active noise cancellation does seem a little tiny bit quieter than my Bighorn. The start stop is basically seamless with this e-torque system, but I'd still recommend turning it off. About quarter throttle, good power. Not bad. It doesn't feel quite as peppy as my Bighorn. It is a heavier truck compared to mine, but not by much, but you do feel a little bit less oomph from the throttle pedal. We'll try it about half throttle. I mean, it feels pretty strong. It's just doesn't quite feel as strong as the lighter versions. The air suspension probably plays a decent role in that. But one thing you got to say about this truck, the ride quality is miles ahead of the Bighorn. The isolation from the road is also a significant improvement. The brakes feel good thanks to this regenerative braking system. And you run over these little bumps and it's as if they're not even there. We mentioned the 45 sidewall tires and how they negatively could potentially affect the ride quality, but with this air suspension, it does not negatively affect anything. This is one of the best riding vehicles I've ever driven in my life. As soon as you get the chance, we'll take a step out here, lean into it a little bit more, get situated on the gas. Woo! I mean, it definitely gets up and goes very well, but it does feel a few tenths to maybe half a second slower than my Bighorn, but again, to be expected. Another thing I'm noticing, this digital gauge display, the 12.3 inch digital gauge display, looks extremely premium, but I wouldn't call it a must-have. I do like the gauges, the standard gauges on the Ram 1500. You can adjust between several different views, digital speedo view, analog speedo view with a tach, and it all looks really cool. At highway speeds, again, you hear a tiny bit of wind noise. It is quieter than the Bighorn, but the Bighorn is already a super quiet truck. This just uses the active noise cancellation technology to just amp up the isolation, and they do a wonderful job at that. All right, guys, taking a step out here. Throttle response is really good. Steering is crisp. The little bumps flat out do not exist. It is ridiculous how isolated this thing is from the road. You don't even feel the manhole covers, nothing. My dad's Longhorn Limited Edition has unbelievable ride quality. He has the heavy duty off-road suspension, so it absorbs the bumps a little bit better, and he's got the Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires, which soak up the bumps a little bit better than my tires. My Bighorn's ride quality is a little bit worse than my dad's Limited Longhorn. My Bighorn's ride quality is way worse than this Limited. And the body roll, check this out. You can hit turns at really high speeds for a full-size truck, and it seems like the body roll is just as limited, if not more limited, compared to the Bighorn. Throwing it in way quicker than we should. Whew! It's just ridiculous how planted it feels with this air suspension. Obviously, long-term reliability, it's always a question when it comes to an air suspension, but from the initial feel of it, this feels downright fantastic. One more time through a turn. We're in a residential neighborhood, so we don't have to do anything too crazy. Let's turn around, get out of here, and wrap things up. But into a driveway, big bump. It soaks it up so ridiculously well. I am honestly amazed at how well Ram built this 2024 Limited. Since it came out, the Limited has gone up in price by about $10,000 to $12,000 since 2019. When it first came out in 2019, you could have picked up a two-wheel drive Limited with light-on options for about $54,000, $55,000. And to even think of that, that is absurd. Now a two-wheel drive Limited is going to start around $64,000, $65,000-ish. A four-wheel drive Limited, as you see, $68,000, $69,000. And even at that base price point, this is an unbelievable value. Obviously, you're not getting the 19 speaker sound system as a standard feature on the Limited. That's an option group for a $5,000 level 1 equipment. Let me lift this water bottle up so just make sure it's not leaking. But the features such as the 9-speaker Alpine, which still bumps, the beautiful leather seats, I believe it's Napa leather, which are heated and ventilated for the front and the back. You have the active noise cancellation. You have the 4-corner air suspension, which truly transforms this vehicle's ride. The air suspension and the active noise cancellation should pay for this vehicle by themselves, because this is a seriously comparable experience driving to like a high-end German SUV. And to say that about a full-size truck is ridiculous. You don't even realize that you have a pickup truck bed back there. And again, coming from a Bighorn owner, my Bighorn has excellent ride quality. It feels very well isolated from the road, but compared to this, you just can't compare. If you're looking for a luxury car, luxury SUV, but you could really use a pickup truck bed, you understand that they're way more practical vehicles. They have better long-term reliability and better long-term resale value. You just never seen yourself driving a pickup truck. You're from up north, you got this stigma against the people who drive pickup trucks, let's put it that way. But this vehicle, I promise you, will change your mind. If you're looking for a more practical luxury SUV around the $65,000 to $70,000 price point, thanks to these new discounts, I would 150% recommend checking out a new 2024 Ram pickup truck. Check out a Bighorn if you want to go for the lower end of things. The discounts are still very impressive there, but if you want the most discounts, most luxury, and top of the line new 2024 Ram truck, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2024 Ram 1500 Limited. And a big thanks to Bryce at CDJR of Sarasota for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Sarasota, Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Bryce, and huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.